Hi, my name is Crystal Kelly, and currently I'm in Halong Bay in Vietnam. And I've been getting a lot of questions from everyone because I've been traveling around for so long now. So most of the questions are same. So I wrote them down, and I'm going to try and get to as many as I can in a short amount of time. So the first one: how long have you been traveling, and how many countries have you been to? So I've been traveling for 5 years now. I left in America in 2010, and I've traveled. Vietnam is my 24th country, and then in 3 days I go to Laos, so that would be my 25th country. So actually, not that many considering I want to see the world. Sorry, my interview was actually interrupted by a bunch of Chinese tourists. Decided to take pictures of me, not with the beautiful Halong Bay in the background. Apparently, I was more interesting. So we're going to change scenery, and I'm going to answer your questions. So the next question on the interview sheet: how can you afford to travel for so long? Are you rich? I get asked this a lot. No, I'm not rich. You don't have to be rich to travel. Money is very relative. So my flat in New Delhi, a very nice apartment, was $300 a month, and that same apartment in California, it's going to be $3,000 a month. So, it's kind of your priorities. And when I'm traveling, I don't have a car, I don't have a mortgage payment, I don't have bills. My accommodation is always provided, my flights. And again, when I'm traveling here, my dorm room is $5 a night. If I spend $2 or $3 on a meal, that's really expensive. That was like a good meal. So traveling is not as expensive as people think. Even my flights within Asia, I didn't spend more than $100 to go from Indonesia to Singapore to Cambodia. It was maybe $80 or something. So it's very relative, and anyone can do it. Okay, the next question. So I am a solo, blonde, white girl traveling alone. A lot of people wonder, how safe is it? Especially to women traveling solo or that want to travel solo. I don't want to scare anyone from not doing it. Definitely not. I do at the same time want to make it clear, as a woman, we have to think twice, whereas a man, they can go to a place and they don't have to worry about certain things that we have to worry about. And definitely, it's the same. In California, there's certain neighborhoods I would never go alone at nighttime. I'll get shot or worse. So, obviously, if I'm in a strange city and I don't know, then, use common sense, really. And I've been in some scary situations, some dangerous situations, and, mostly I just want to encourage women to be smart, be safe. At the same time, don't take it, there's a lot of people that really get panicked over many of the places that I've been to. I've worked in the Middle East, I've been to, India alone for so many years, and at the end of the day, I'm still alive and all my body parts are still attached. So, be safe and smart, but at the same time, don't let them stop you from going out there and trying something new and exploring. And, I really, really encourage women to be independent and to see the world. And there's so many reward that comes from traveling alone. I talk to the locals, and the aunties take care of me because they can't imagine a woman from their culture and their country traveling around alone. For them, that's very strange. Where's your family? Where are your parents? So you get a lot of kindness and generosity from strangers. And so I definitely don't want anyone to miss out on that. But one thing I will say about solo travel is it makes you very resourceful and very strong. I actually recommend traveling alone at least once because you really get to learn who you are and what you're made of. Really, you learn what you're made of. You learn what you like, what you don't like, what you can tolerate, what you can't tolerate. And you really push yourself to the limits. You challenge yourself. If I don't know the area that I'm going into, I have to talk to somebody, I have to talk to a total stranger in order to figure out where to go or what to do, or what's a nice place to stay, or, what the local scams are, and there's always scams. So, it makes you really, really rely on yourself, and you bond with yourself so much more. I'm a little bit lost, so I'm trying to find my way here and conduct the interview at the same time. Multitasking. I have maybe a 10% chance this is the correct road. We'll see. Okay, so one of the next questions. Any advice for anyone wanting to travel? So I'm gonna say basically my advice is to get on the plane. Just get on the plane, just do it. Book it. Book the ticket. And don't make any other plans than that. Don't pre-book all your hotels and blah, blah, blah. Just go. Really. And don't listen to all of the crap you read on the internet. 90% of it's not true. And you don't really know what you don't know until you don't know. So the great thing about traveling is you never have any regrets. Even when you're lost on a wild Mongolian pony in Mongolia and it's hailstorm, or right now when you're in Vietnam and I have no clue if this is the right road or not. But still, I enjoy it. That's the part of traveling that's why we travel, to get lost, to discover new places, to meet new people. And a lot of people forget that. They travel to take the picture of the Eiffel Tower, but then they don't learn French, or they don't, just wander the streets and look at stuff. And I'm so tired of seeing people taking the selfies, and then they forget to actually watch the sunrise. What good is a selfie of the sunrise if you didn't actually turn your back to see the sunrise? It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, I found a weird little road, so I'm going to walk down there instead. So, next question. What's the next step for you? Are you ever going to live in America again? And a lot of people, of course, ask me this question. Mostly Americans. No, I'm not going to live in America. Sorry. It's not my home. I like to visit maybe once a year, once every couple of years, but I don't want to live there again. I don't know where. Everyone always asks where. I don't know yet where. I'll find out, and I'll let you know when I find out. Okay, everyone wants to know what's my favorite country, and that's a really hard question because I actually sort of leave my heart wherever I go. So I fell in love with India, I fell in love with Egypt and Romania, and every place is special for different reasons. I can't even compare the places with each other. I will say Bhutan is probably the most special country I've ever been to, and I'm so lucky that I got to go there. And the other one I would say would have to be Mongolia. I really, really loved Mongolia. It's very authentic country. So the Mongolian people are living life like they did 1,000 years ago, and I love that. I love authentic places, and I know I'm in Vietnam, and I should probably say Vietnam, but it's quite touristy. It's not as authentic. Obviously, I went to the touristy places, so what can you expect? But no, I would definitely say Bhutan and Mongolia were very special. And then India, of course, I lived there for 2 years. It's a love-hate thing with me and India. And Egypt also, I lived in Egypt for 2 years. And these countries, I keep going back somehow. I tell myself I'll never go back, and then I do. And it's better every time I go. So, I make home where I live. I don't just travel and take the picture. I really learn the language and meet the people, and I learn the special places to go. And so it's really hard to leave when I fall in love with a country. It's really hard to leave every time. And it breaks my heart when I do. I don't cry to say goodbye to people. I cry to say goodbye to the country. So, yeah, it's a tough question. But these Bhutan and Mongolia, I have to choose. Do you ever get lonely? That's the final question. Of course, most of the people that ask me this question, they're scared to travel alone because they are scared that they will get lonely. And so they've asked me many times, traveling alone, it must be really hard, and don't you get lonely? So in the beginning, definitely, I've been traveling for 5 years now. In the beginning, it was hard, and sometimes I got lonely, but honestly, I've always been kind of a lone wolf. I've always sort of done so I'm always independent. So for me, it wasn't so difficult. And honestly, how can I feel lonely when I'm in such good company? I like myself and I love myself. And so no, I don't really get lonely. And I definitely, whenever I feel like I'm lonely or, oh, I wish I had somebody to talk to, I meet somebody when I get that. I put it in the universe, gee, I wish I had someone to talk to. And then sure enough, there's somebody alone in the table next to me. So all you have to do is say hello, where are you from? And it works. And you meet people, and complete strangers will open up to you and have amazing conversations with you. And this has happened to me so many times. Okay, I did find my little hotel, so let's continue this interview. Alright, I've been avoiding this question. I'll go ahead and answer it. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I do not. I don't have a boyfriend, and I'd like to keep it that way. So, next question. Okay, a few of the highlights of some of the things that I've done or seen. So I was a stunt woman in a Hollywood movie in Romania. I had to wear a mustache, by the way. I played in Holi Festival of Colors in India. I also participated in a 22-kilometer pilgrimage, which took 8 hours, and you had to do it at night, barefoot. You don't really want to be barefoot in India, but I did it. What else? I've done the Mongol Derby in Mongolia, which is 1,000 kilometers horse race on 30 some odd semi-wild Mongolian ponies. Somehow I survived. I did my FEI course in Zambia, which is for my equestrian profession, Federation Equestria Internationale. I climbed a 4,000 meter some odd mountain in Bhutan to the very top, where I went to the Tiger's Nest Temple. That was really special. And then I've done La Tomatina in Spain. I've No, thank you. So I've done La Tomatina in Spain. I ate pizza in Italy. I had Belgian waffles in Belgium. Oh, right. And I was also I also landed in Egypt the same day the revolution started. So I was there for all of that, the first revolution. So these are a few of my adventures. There's lots of them. And definitely I look forward to having more. more and more and more. So I was sitting here alone talking to myself for my interview. I don't do that frequently. And of course this Vietnamese man came to me and offered to take me around on one of these little boats for 100,000 dong, which is $5. So my next big adventure coming up is actually next year, 2016. I'm gonna participate in the Mongol Rally, and I have to earn money for charity also. And basically I buy a very crappy small car, and I drive it from the UK to Mongolia. And you drive in about 20 or so different countries. You pick your route. So this is my next sort of challenge for myself, and I would love it if everyone would support me and support the charities that I'm going to choose. One is Cool Earth, and the other one I'm going to do the Malala Fund, where to try and help women get an education. In most countries, they deny women the right of education, and so I really want to get them educated. So please support me and my team, and follow along on my adventures. Not just the Mongol Rally, but continuously I'm having adventures. When will they end? I don't know. Alright. 100,000. Just imagine what you could do for 1 million dong. So I would like to thank everyone who sent in their questions. Please send in more questions. I appreciate all of them, and I will try to answer as many as I can in the next interview. And maybe I'll actually brush my hair next time. I was swimming, so that's why. So send in your questions, personal or professional. I'll probably answer the more professional ones, but try. So thank you again, and keep watching.